I'm Lisa Loring, and it's Sunday night. Getting ready to do the reading for Monday, January 30th. I can't believe that this month is over. As I said that, I just actually realized that is the date. Holy cow. Holy cow. The whole month has gone. Wow, that was fast. Like literally, I feel like, wasn't it just Christmas? Holy cow. Anyway, there's that. Yeah, so I took so last reading was a vision board, right? So I was busy today. In fact, I did wash my hands. I got most of the ink off. I write with fountain pens. So, when I'm doing like all my various things that I do. But I was realizing that one of the things I did today was I did a vision board workshop. It was so funny. It's the way the universe works. Like either later that after I did the video for Saturday or the next day, maybe it was on Saturday, I got this like email about doing a vision board workshop for Lunar New Year or whatever, which, just fast. It's the year of the water rabbit. So yeah, the Chinese New Year. Anyway, and in the Vietnamese is the year of the cat. So it's a little different in Vietnam, I guess. And I don't know a lot about that. But at any rate, I'm pretty excited. So I did a vision board workshop. So what were you working on? That was definitely the feel when I did the reading and it was recorded. And then I stepped away, I took a shower and did something and then just kind of, kind of like sat with and meditated on the I'm gonna move this stuff back, the cards. And and that message came up for me really clearly. And I kind of said it when we did the reading. It was about like, this 3 of air came up, which was about like, sometimes we, our dreams and our whatnot are, we don't want to say them. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm drinking a bubbly drink. Chico, not champagne. Not Bollinger. Anyway, not at all anymore. But yeah, we want to protect these dreams and these visions, these things that we're really excited about for 2023. And one of the interesting things that was said in the vision board workshop was about how we get really excited about things. And then we were like, we have a really weird relationship with joy. Does that resonate? And when we get excited about something, we're like actually afraid of that feeling. We're so, our go-to feeling, and I spoke about this, and I know I was very tender and careful, and I kind of didn't know what to say because, this is something I'm working with myself. This recognition of how, fear is basically underneath everything. If we want to do something, we go after it in such a way because we're afraid that if we don't go after it or, if we don't meet these, there's all of this stuff, but it's all like fear driven. That's again, going back to a reading that was earlier last week, that's not really a recipe for success. Like when I say it out loud and you hear that, it doesn't make any sense. If we're going after things with fear and worry as the motivator, that's not sustainable. And that's not a good intention. Like when, we know about good intentions. Like when I'm saying that out loud, it's just like, well, that just doesn't make any sense. Belief systems. Check on, how we go after things. And so we get very protective. And so, but it is a good idea to, to create these visions. We want to put them on paper, but we want to have a different kind of energy about them. We definitely want to we want to nurture them and protect them, but being afraid of them because, it hasn't worked out in the past or, we just need, change our approaches. And we definitely have the, we have the universe is on our side. It's like, if we're in this like court of the universe, like you're not being judged. You're not being judged. None of the same stuff. And it's a whole new energy. And so it does feel like a little bit of Knight of Airish. Well, he's a pretty brash this is a brash energy. Very Knight of Swords is a very brash energy. I like that it came up as the Knight of Air, though, rather than the Knight of Swords. This brings a different kind of feel to it. And so, what might feel as though we're really being kind of brash and bold, it might feel awkward and unskillful in that way. And we're being a little tactless, but we have the skill sets to, the Six of Earth is, again, another card of balance, just as the Justice card is. And so is the Chariot. This is also a card of balance. It's balancing out those, masculine and divine feminine. It's balancing out, like, our emotions want to drive us off this way, and this thing wants to distract our horses and go off this way. But we actually do have all that we need to, fill our own cups. We're learning we have a wellspring from within us, and that kind of stuff came up. And, it's culling through it's taking the time to sit and be with all of these emotions that come about our reluctance to be in joy. The fearful driving mechanism that's like behind everything we do. What the fuck is that? I really just have to say that out loud. So, and there was a lot of beautiful roomies, cards that kind of came out at the end. And, honestly, I just kind of got overwhelmed myself at the enormity of all the things that I was feeling as I, brought up, saw those cards coming up. So we're going to use the Archangel deck again today for the reading for Monday. For real? Wow. End of January. Can you believe it? Archangel Gabriel cards. I think we might pull another one from there today. Let's see what else. Oh, you know what I want to pull from? No, guess what? I know. I'm gonna the spirit. Oh, I gotta go get it in the other room. The Spirit Animal deck by Kim Krans. That's a great one. Spirit animals are definitely a thing right now. I'll pull the Stephen Farmer ones too. I was actually working with this deck. No elephant, you're going to have to come with me. I have my own little altar set up there. So I don't know if we'll pull from there, but we might, I got stuff. We got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. Anyway, we'll just set these off to the side. Set them here for now. Set them right there. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So I hope you had a great weekend. I'm doing these readings as I'm able. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to do one tonight. I got into my stuff, and then it was late, and then I was playing with one of my cats. Zimana was playing with my baby. Anyway, so yeah, this is but yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And so it might be, if I don't get to it, this might be the reading for the week. And I have, when I do these readings at the beginning of the week, and this is something I've sensed for a long time, especially at the beginning of the week, I feel like what's coming out is kind of a weekly theme. So if it's the only reading I get out, definitely come back and look at it and see if, there are elements I kind of feel like it's been more of an overtone for the week that's been happening. So I didn't, not feel, well, I can't be pressed about doing tarot card readings. Again, what's the driver? Oh, we are really a trip, right? Whoa, we are so much. All right, so reading for Monday, January 30th, potentially for the week of January 30th through 6th or 5th, I think. Let's see what comes up. So again, I'm using the Archangel Tarot, the Angel Tarot, I should say, from Doreen Virtue, lovely Valentine. Again, Doreen, oh, here one comes out already. 3 of Water. A celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. This is a celebration card. Love it. Yeah, it's a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. I'll tell you. Joy. We want to have fun all the time, and we constantly fill that cup with stuff that really isn't sustainable instead of that wellspring of joy, that, doing the things and going to those parts of us that, and cultivating those parts of us that'll always, always, always give us joy, that'll always keep us in the place of peace and joy, no matter what is going on around us. We can have fun with anything. I was doing a project earlier and I'm like, I caught myself and I'm like, whoa. This is something that you want to do. You've been wanting to do for a really long time. Like, what is this looking at the clock game? Like, get into this. It is just this weird like attitude. And there is a self-discipline. There is joy in self-discipline. There is. And I know when I say that, you're like, But are the things that you normally do that to fill you up? I'm going to ask this. I'm going to go on a limb and ask this. Are the things that you do that bring you joy and bring you high and bring you happy sustainable? Or are they fleeting? Because we do fill our lives with, you do. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay that you do. Formula for change. You take a breath. You're like, oh, I'm doing that thing again. That really doesn't actually feed me. Instead of beating yourself up, go for a swim with a dolphin. Make it fun. Make doing something else fun. Make your job, make job your fun or whatever. What is it that in the movie Elf? I'm gonna angle the camera down. Make work your new favorite. It is time. It is time. It is time to stop. It's time to stop messing around. I'm going to turn this around. I've got all these things on my desk. I have on my little altar it's Sunday. This is what we do. All right. So 3 of water. It's time to have fun. Renewal of your, and this is a day-to-day things, the things that we do day to day. Part of where we get really distracted, I think, is, we feel like we have to be doing something glorious, something on this like super profound, like intense level. And we don't. It's these day-to-day, like showing up and enjoying the small moments of life is actually where we start to, where you start making the big things happen. So this is a minor arcana. So it is a day-to-day activity. How can we find joy in the day-to-day small things of life? The small things that we do. We catch ourselves in this like weird bored place, which is actually the 4 of cups, the 4 of water would be the next one. It's like, oh, that's when we've gone into this kind of lackluster thing where we're looking at the things around us with these like, with the eyes of boredom. But yet we've collected these things. We've collected this life. We've created this life. And it really is being in contentment in the day to day when we are finding our way to heaven. And this is, in our emotions become much more stable. This is a very tranquil, like there may be some like waves happening up at the top of the card. There may be some like disruption up there, but underneath, if you dive underneath, if you get into the emotions, if you feel your feelings, if you give yourself the time and the space to do that, they aren't scary anymore. It's a party. It's not scary to go in the deep. It's actually really nice there, and you get to, and you have friends there, and to celebrate with. You get to know all the parts of yourself, and it is a joyful place, and you're making that reconnection with self, and therefore able to connect with others, and in a meaningful way because you're taking the time to understand your own emotions. Yeah. All right. So 3 of water is out. Celebration. Okay, we're going to take this one too. And the 2 of fire. Oh, I love this one. This one's you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Again, so this is like, again, this is where we start to meet new people. Know thyself. That phrase, what is it? I think it's the Oracle of Delphi. And know thyself. And when you know yourself, the people that like attracts like. The people who like the things that you do, the situations where you fit, those start to come in. And, you know, usually the fire, it's the two of wands card in traditional tarot. It's this choice of one or another path. You're going to know that the choice is going to become obvious, and you're going to know, because you're going to know where you find your own joy. You're going to know what are the right vibes. We're in Aquarius season. Vibes. Baby vibes. And again, this is on an everyday kind of thing. You're doing things on the everyday that attract the ways you want to go. You're going to know. Let's see. Oh, and the Chariot card came up again. Again, another card of like, you know, which way to go. We're driving forward. When we have these things in place, we are driving forward. And it is with this. This is the card of Cancer. Cancer is a sign of emotional mastery, of initiating from emotions. It's, you know, it's like, you know, our like listening to our feelings in order to know the way. That's the only way we're going to know. We have to listen to our feelings, listen to our intuition. The moon is the ruler of Cancer, and it's in its rulership, and we are coming up with a Leo full moon. Oh my goodness. Is it like in a week? I don't have my calendar. I have to see. It's coming up in like a week. Leo. We have that cool comet. Leo full moon, 2023. All right. What's the date? Full moon schedule. February 5th. Yeah. It's a snow moon. It's actually like this Saturday, right? So, or Sunday. So, you know, this is the, you know, that we're coming up to this Leo full moon. And I, like I said, this might be a weekly theme. I see this as progression. This is the last card to come out. This is what we're moving into. Leo is the heart. The heart is the ruler of Leo. Leo rules the heart. And it is, you know, our heart's passions. What comes before, you know, our feelings are coupled with that. Cancer is the sign just before Leo. So, you know, it's, you know, it really is listening to those heart passions. What I say about the vision boards, you know, and some of those heart messages might be not feeling good because we have made mistakes in the past. Come on, we've made poor choices, and we've, you know, or I don't want to say poor choices. That's a harsh thing to say. But we've made choices that have not been the most suitable for our hearts. They not the right partnerships, not the right path. And there's no wrong or right. There's you know, there's the right way and the long way. And, you know, during sometimes that long way, we learn some very, very hard lessons. So we have learned. You know, and the part where I think we forget is we lose faith in ourselves. But, you know, the cards are here. The card of water is here. We have two different cards. We've got water, we've got fire, and then we have the moon, which is, this is also a watery energy as well. So it is through, yes, listening to our emotions, yes, giving our emotions their validity, but also, you know, and nurturing those parts of ourselves and nurturing them. I see that there's also a full moon behind these two gentlemen. You know, there is a lot of water here. We have to listen to our feelings and feel them all the way through. They're not going to last forever. They're going to, you know, life keeps on going, and so do we. And, you know, we are going to make, you know, a definite choice to move in a direction that serves our heart. And if we can just listen to that, you know, if we can listen to those heart's passions and not be afraid of them, don't be afraid. This person's not afraid. You know, it's okay if you're afraid. That can be part of the thing too, but go beyond that. Don't let that fear be a barrier. Drive beyond that. Dive beyond that. Take your wings and go with your fire beyond that. That's a lot. Okay. I said we were going to pick a card. We're going to pick a spirit card. Like I said, this might be the reading for the week. If I get to another one or feel like doing it, that's what we're going to do. If not, we don't. I'm gonna put these down for just a minute. for just a minute, and then we'll see which animal spirit card wants to come up. What is the spirit animal? We've got horses, and we've got a dolphin. We've got some playful stuff. And play with it, play with it, play with the energy. You know, dance with the fear if you have to, but don't be afraid of it. Take it in your arms and embrace it and hold it until it doesn't, it just wants to, you know, it, like I said in the last video, your fears just want to be heard. They're the parts of you that are scared and they want to be afraid. So welcome them in, you know, hear what they have to say, but don't shut them away out of fear. What do we have? The fish. Man, there be a lot. I don't think I've actually ever caught this card in this deck. That's interesting. A lot of Pisces. Oh, Venus is in Pisces right now. Of course, so is Neptune. Water. Venus is about receiving. Receive yourself. Flipped right open to the page. I'll begin. I don't think I've ever had this before. And again, you see the moon is here. Relentless. Change of focus. Lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Vision board. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. When in balance, adaptable, travels well. When out of balance, distracted, changes mind often. To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplishment. Vision boards. I'm not even fooling around. Okay, so that card came up. Where's the Raphael? Oh, here. The Archangel Gabriel deck. I'm going to bring that card back out for us again, okay? Because I think it's important. I don't just think it's important. It's not just me. Vision board. Going back to that vision board. If you've never made a vision board, you know, just email me. I can, I'm happy to go over the points of the workshop that I did today to offer some guidance around that. This card is a fun divine assignment for you to visualize God's plan for you. A vision board can take many forms, but classically consists of a poster side firm white background on which you glue positive words and inspiring pictures. You can find the vision board ingredients via internet image searches or in magazines. You can even create the pictures yourself. Anything that helps inspire you is a wonderful addition to your vision board. It's traditional to make a vision board in honor of significant events such as birthdays, anniversaries, the new year, or solstices. However, any time is perfect to create a vision board. You can continue to add to it as you discover new avenues of inspiration. Place your vision board where you can readily see it. That said, because the board is personal, you may wish to hang it in a private location where it's only visible to you. And this is what I said. You may want it, you're creating it with things that inspire you, but it may be something that you need to keep kind of private as you cultivate it, because that level of, you know, wanting and drive is just maybe more than what you want to expose. Maybe you're not sure of the people around you who you feel are actually encouraging without being, you know, full of advice. You know what I mean? Or you know, you just, you know, a lot of times in the beginnings of things, we need to just have nothing but sunshine blown up our asses instead of, you know, heavy doses of realism. So, you know, that's where it comes, you know, being in this dreamy kind of fish place is really, really good. Listen to that heart. Listen to what your emotions, listen to your heart's desires. We're coming up to that Leo full moon next weekend. Use this week to get to that full moon. And at that full moon, then, you know, you just move things out of your life, you know, that make the space that you need to, you know, that's what full moons are for, right? This is a time to like maybe clear out the habits, the don't just highlight where, these are the things I want to do. Try to get concrete. Do small things this week, put them in place. It may be the eradication of some habitual things that have kept you from these dreams. That's part of making a vision board. What are the things that I'm doing that support me getting this? What are the things I'm doing that aren't supportive, that are keeping me from being able to get there? I think I talked about my procrastination habits. Figured those out. And they're not gone, but I've got a handle on them, and they're getting gone, as time goes on. I'm going to leave it at that. That's a lot. And I'm going to sit with this a minute and I'll write it up and I'll get it posted for you guys. But always, if you have any questions, comments, whatever, please put them in, either direct message me or you can put them in the comments, and yeah, we can talk. All right. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful week if I don't get back to you, and enjoy. Get creative. Enjoy and play.